lovelies, welcome to my channel. It's Angela here. Great to have you join me again today. How are you all doing? Well, the sun is out and it's really early, but I thought I would make a start on doing the project for today. Now I am very excited. I was prepping this yesterday and I just couldn't wait to get this done so I could share it with you. So today we're going to make the cover using the corded elastic method. So you will not have to sew in anything, and I'm really excited to do this. So yes, I'm going to do that with you today and show you just a couple of things that you need to make a go of it. All right, so first thing I did was I've cut myself a piece of manila folder. Now you can use any kind of card to do this, even card you buy from the shop. You can use a cereal box, you can use an old hanging file, anything that you have. I've just used this and really am happy with it. I've got a couple of dimensions here and I have based this off my A4 page. You might need to make slight amendments for yours if you're using US letter, because yours is slightly a quarter of an inch wider, so just bear that in mind. You might need to add on a quarter of an inch in width and take off a quarter of an inch on the side. But the best thing is to place your page down and then have a look. Let me grab one here. So if I take this page, which is one of the journal pages, how cute are they? And you place that down. This is the edge of the spine, so I'm going to put that there so you can see what I mean. You will see that I have a quarter of an inch on either side, top and bottom, and I've got a half an inch here, because when you put things in and you fold this up, these things tend to move forward. All right, you know, when you interleave the pages, they also go slightly wider. Now, a very good question I had from a lovely lady the other day is, do I trim my pages off? No, I don't, because when you've put things inside, they automatically don't lie on top of each other unless you're making a writing journal. But because there's so many bits in here, I don't do that. All right, so it's just a personal choice. Right, so that's really where we're going with that. So let's put that to the side. The other thing that you will need is a piece of fabric. So I'm using this beautiful fabric, which is part of the Marvellous Mice Ultimate Bundle. And I love this fabric. I really love it. I think I want to make a bag out of it. I have grabbed a piece of paper from the background pages. So this is a separate kit called Marvellous Mice Background Pages. There are 21 different designs in there, and they work perfectly with this kit or any spring kit. Really love it. So I've cut a piece here, 10.5, which is really 2 hair breadths narrower than my spine and a little bit extra inch on either side. All right, so you'll need a piece for that. So I'm using this over here, sorry, and we're using a piece of paper like this. You just need one sheet of paper and you need this background paper like that, and I'll give you the dimensions as we go along. That's going to sort out our the base of our cover. All right, as I mentioned last time, I'm using corded elastic. This is 1.5 millimeters in diameter. It's corded. I got this off Amazon, and I did link it into the UK fabric favorite tools, but they didn't have the exact make. But I'm sure you could get anything like this in any craft shop or Amazon. All right, so there we go. You want some eyelets just for some closures. I'm using these standard eyelets from We Are Memory Keepers, but it doesn't have to be these. I'm just using them because I have them and I like the pinks. So you'll need your crocodile for that. And then we're going to do some decorations as well. All right, so some lace, flowers, and bits and pieces. Okay, let's make a start. Right, so I have cut this piece of paper 11 3/4 inches in length. All right, so that's really the size of an A4 lengthwise. That's 29 points. I said 6, it's 29.7 centimeters. Okay, that's this way. This way I have gone 4 3/4 inches, so that's slightly longer than an A4. Okay, and then that's 22.2 centimeters. Now, as I said, that's for an A4. Please adjust yours if you help printing your own paper on US letter. If you've had a kit from me, you're following along exactly with what I'm doing. All right, but just adjust accordingly. The important bit to measure, to note, is this is a spine. I'm putting in a spine here. So I got the middle, so that's what the middle line is. And then I measured from the middle, I measured a spine that measures 4.5 centimeters, and in inches that's 1 3/4 inches. All right, so find the middle line. Now half of that was 22.2 or something like that, and I just measured it either side. All right, so that's what I've done there, and then you want to score that, which I've done. Okay, so let's just fold that there like that and like that. Now you'll know if you use a manila piece of card, a manila folder, you'll always find that you've got like a notch here because that's how the tabs work. So what I tend to do is I tend to keep the bit that I cut off, yeah, and I just cut myself a little rectangle. This is what I did with mine. And then I put some glue on here. And then I just stick this here just because I don't want a rounded corner. Then just line it up on that side and line it up on that side. Oops. There you go. And there you've got a nice straight proper finished corner. Now you're not going to see that because we're going to cover it in fabric. Okay, so that's what you need to do if you're using a file folder. Right, so that is what our cover size will look like when we're done. All right, so 1/4 inch wider than your page there and 1/2 inch wider there, and you've got a 1 3/4 inch spine. Okay, now what you would need to do is you'd need to take your piece of paper, your fabric, wrong side down. Now at this point you don't need to worry about right side or wrong side because you can turn your card anyway. All right, and then what I did was I moved this over like this. I got it so it's just like 1 inch there, and I cut that bit off. All right, now I'm not going to do that now because I have covered my cover. This is just to show you how I went about it. All right, I cut that bit off there, and then you just go, I cut the corners off here. I sort of bevel them like that. Now, if you're not sure how to cover something like this, I will link in my other videos where I'll show you how I stick the fabric to the base. All right, it's exactly the same for this, and I don't want to waste time on that because we've got lots to go through today. So I will do that, but I tend to do these bits first, and then when I've cut that bit out, I then do this and manipulate the corners, which I'll show you on the video. All right, so you will have this piece over. I'm going to just move that out this way. All right, so the piece that's over, we will use it in our journal. And my piece is over here. So this is what I had left over. Okay, so we can make some nice pockets or things with that. So hang on to that. All right, so now when you have covered everything, have this. All right. Okay, and then you can decide which you want to be the right side or the wrong side. So you've either got that or you've got that. And I think I'm going to go with that. Purely because then I've got the flower, the darker roses on the outside versus they in the inside. Okay, but there's no right or wrong really. So that's what I'm going to say is the right side. Okay, I had to put my signatures together. If I've got time, I will show you how I've done that, but that's just to show you how they're going to fit in there. Look, we're going to fill them up a bit more, so you know I've left plenty space here to do that, but let's hope that that's the way it's going to look. And already it's looking amazing, and I love what I've put in here. I've got a little secret freebie in here, which I'll share with you when we go through how I've put these together. Okay. Okay, so here's the piece that we are going to use. This is the yellow background page. And as I said, you want to measure that 2 hair breadths narrower than the width of your spine. All right, so slightly in. Now with this, I use centimeters. It was 4.5 and I've gone 4.4, so really narrow. Right, so I've made this 2 inches wider, so extra 5 centimeters, 2.5 here and 2 there, so an extra inch on each side of that. And I have then just folded that like that. Okay, so when you put that down into your spine, you've got like a 1/16 of an inch or just a couple of millimeters either side. And that's personal choice, however you want it. But try and make it as much as possible because we are going to put eyelets up there. All right, so when you close it like this, before you stick it down, it shouldn't bow. It should lie flat like that. Okay, so let's put that on the side. I am going to use my Fabri-Tac. This is Fabri-Tac or Beacon 3-in-1 is great for this sort of thing, especially the fabric and everything that you need. So put loads of glue on it. Okay, and then we want to just get that in there. So before you press it down, just lift it up. Make sure with your bone folder that you can just run that into that fold and that into that fold, and hopefully it's lying nice and flat. Okay. Now we want to just get these bits stuck down as well, and that's just going to reinforce this edge here. All right, so we'll get that down. Fabulous. All right, so you've got your middle bit here, and now we can put on these. Now you can go either side. You can go with the pink, or you can go with the same as the cover. I'm going to go with a pink. So this is just a piece I had over, and then you want to take it like a 1/16 away from the edge there. So the way I did this with this piece of paper was I took the paper lengthwise. So for example, a piece of paper like that, and I just folded these 2 in half and measured it the same length as that and cut it off. So I had a bit left over here like that. All right, so that's how I did this. It's exactly half the length of the page. So I just used the 1 sheet. Now you want to stick these down as well. So I'm going to stick these 2 down and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've stuck that down and I love those color combinations. And yeah, it's looking good so far. So now you want to just take your bone folder and gently go over those lines again where you had the initial folds. Now ideally you want to leave this for a while because it needs to stick properly, but we will endeavor to get it to move over. There we go. So there we go. I'll leave it in peace now. Right, I just wanted you to be able to see those lines there. And what I've done is, from the other bit of the manila folder, I've made myself a little template. Now what I did was, this was 4.5 centimeters. Okay, so you just want, it doesn't matter about my width, you just want to get it slightly inside those fold lines of the width of your spine. Okay, and then I divided that amount, measure it, divide it into 3. Okay, and then I made a mark, the first third, the second third, and the third third. If you don't want to do that and you hate measuring, then just eyeball it. All right, just divide it into 3. And then I've taken like literally a hair's breadth there, and I've just drawn those little lines and a line across there, and then I've used those lines as a center bit for my paper punch. So I got the line in the middle mark there, so when you're going like that you can see it, yeah, and then made sure that I didn't go over that line there, just to line them up that way and that way, and I've just punched 2 holes like that. Okay, so that's perfect for this now. I just want to take it down to the very bottom of this, very bottom. Make sure I've got it in the center, yeah, and then I'm going to draw with my pencil the 2 circles there. Those are where I'm going to make my eyelet marks. And then the same on the other side. Just turn that around, place that in the center of your fold, right up to the top, yeah, and then you want to just draw your little circles. Okay, right, so now we want to take our, this is the scary bit, you want to take your crocodile and you want to just, oops, get that cut out. Like that. Okay, before we move on and any sort of ruffling can progress, I'm going to get out my eyelets. And they don't have to be this make, ladies. You can use whatever you have. I'm going to just need 4. 3, 4. This is a scary thing. This, because it tends, many occasions I've let this go and the eyelets have flown all over this desk, everywhere, to the windows. So usually I put them in the other box, but I'm going to take these straight away and put them in here like that. Yeah, and then I'm going to just press them down. I do like these, they're lovely and soft. Right, and then we're going to do the same on this side. So use the larger hole. Okay, right, so we've got our little eyelets in place. Now we want to take our elastic. I'm just looking for the end. Right, guys, we want to start at the top here. All right, so let's go out like that, down like this, and bring that down. All right, then we want to go up through that hole, pull this. We want to go back up to this hole and back into that one. Right, I hope this is not confusing you. So we've started there, gone down across on the outside, straight down on the outside, back again. We're just making a loop, and then I want to just put this back in here like that. All right, and now at this point we want to start pulling this a bit tighter, so hang on to this piece, and then just pull this one. We can even it out in a bit, yeah, and then I'm going to just cut that off, put that through the hole there. I'm just thinking that's going to be the front. So I'm going to thread that through there and that one through there. There you go. Right, now I just want to feel, I don't want this to bow, so don't pull it too much, and I'm just going to make an initial knot like this. I might come back to that and change it, but I just want to see that I've got that even before I do that. All right, so you've got 2 there and 2 there. Now one is slightly, there we go, that's better. Okay, so that's going to be great. So when you are putting in your signature, let me just show you. All right, then that's going to go in there like that. How's that? Yeah, and the other one in there. And there you can see. Perfect. All right, so we'll come back to this in a sec. How amazing is that? So I'm going to leave that there for a while, and then I might have a little play around and make it tighter or looser, but it looks like I'm pretty happy with that. So I would suggest that you make a double knot here, and then I'm going to just cut that off like that. All right, with your signatures and everything, you're not really going to see that, but at least you've got a lovely bit there. We can add, this is going to be our little hook for where we add our dangle. All right, so that's the front. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we've done this bit, and I want to finish the cover. So I'm going to just grab my 2 books here. These are just books in the cupboard, just so that I've got a flat surface to work on here. Okay, and then we are going to do the rest of the cover. So the first thing I thought of is to put on the lace. All right, I've got this lace and I've got this lace, and it looks absolutely stunning together. So we are going to, I'm just finding the right side. It's this side. So we are going to put the lace on, and I think I'm going to have that one over that one. All right, so to make a start, I am going to go with a bit that is, I'm not going to push it around, so I'm going to just take that little one off. I'm going to get that over there like that, so about 1 inch from the bottom. We are going to start putting these on, and I want to go right round. All right, so I think I'm going to be clever, and I'm going to just draw a little line 1.5 inches more or less from the base. Get a little line across there. You're not going to see it, I'm just using a pencil. We really want to go right across, don't we? So if I go like that, so I am going to now take my Fabri-Tac, and I am going to start putting glue here. So this is the top of the lace. So I'm just going to go like this up to the line that I've drawn. I probably can't see it too well. All right, so just do a bit here for you. And then this edge here is going to go where the pencil line is. So that's just going to give me help with getting it straight. Okay, now wherever I haven't stuck it down, I can then just go like this and on the flowers and stick those down. Okay, I'll do the rest now in a sec. Then I'm going to take this one and lap it over slightly, just so that this edge here goes and touches there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick that one just over there. Okay, so there you can see I've stuck that all along there. I just want to have a little trim of that little bit there, and I even stuck down these little bits as well, so that looks really pretty. I'm loving it already. All right, so that's where we are so far. The next thing is I took that little bit that was left over from these bits here, because I'd printed this on the underside, as you can see, and I have just cut a piece of paper from it. It measures 4.5 inches that way and 3 inches that way, so that's 7.5 by 11.5 centimeters. Just look at the screen. I folded 1/4 inch at the end like that. All right, and we are going to now wrap this cover around the book. It's easier to work on a firm surface. I have just put a little strip of paper there just to reinforce that edge, because this piece wasn't quite long enough, and I'm going to just stick it over there like that. All right, so we're making a little pocket with this, and I'm going to stick with the fabric tack here because it is going onto fabric, and this is really the best. So I've just folded the edges 1/4 inch over, so you're looking at like just over 1/2 centimeter really, and you really do want a bit of a base glue here. So we're just making an easy paper pocket here, and I want to just get it sort of centralized. Right, so we're getting that over there like that. Okay, and then I've taken this pocket from the kit, the pink one, and I've just folded it. It's from the ephemera or add-on bundle. Now the add-on, the ephemera and the journal pages are all part of the same kit, so it's an absolute bargain. And the only separate kit is the background pages. All right, the Marvellous Mice background pages. Oh, I wanted that a bit higher. So just got it away from the same distance on all 3 sides there. Okay, so we've got 2 pockets. Oh, I wanted to stick that on, but it doesn't actually matter for what I'm going to do next. Right, I've then taken this little bit from the ephemera bundle, so that's in there. You've got a couple of frames and words and things. So I've just taken that, and I want to put that across there, so we can use the paper glue now. So I'm going to get that there. This is really easy to do, the decoration bit now. This pockety bit, really easy. So I'm going to stick that in the middle, yeah. And then I've got the word journal, which was in the same on the same page as that bit. So we're going to stick that across there. Okay, so it's coming together beautifully. I love the colors of this. Right, the next thing I want to do is I want to stick on a couple of flowers. So this was part of the Ultimate Bundle. I'm going to stick on those. And then I've got these, which were also part of the Ultimate Bundle, and that was from the hydrangea. Now, you know these that I had, and then I've left the other one somewhere. There's another one with these sizes in. They're part of the Ultimate Bundle. All right, so what we want to do is I've got a lemon one and a pinky edged one. I want to put those 2 together. So let's just make up this little bit here. Sorry if I'm all over the place with my thoughts. I'm trying to keep it in order. Right. Okay, so we stick those 2 together, and we will got this bit on the back here, and I'll just put some more glue on here just to make sure it is going to stay, and that can go in the middle. Right, we want to position that over there, but with that little flower there and that little one like that. Okay, so let's just check again. We want that there, and that there. Lift up this one. And I'm going to stick this one down first. Abby's tummy's rumbling next to me here. Bless her. I'm not going to press these these flowers down 100% until I've got this one in place, and then I can move those accordingly. So we're going to do that like that. Now I can see that one can come just up just a little bit, and that one's perfect. So there we go, and we can stick that down. Right, so I like to get out my big clips for the flowers. Right, so there we go, just for a short while. And then just a few more flowers, another little pink one, and then I took two of the really small ones, a green and a peach, so a green and a cream, sorry. So I've got the little pinky one. These amazing little flowers. We'll be using all of them. That one's going to go here. Then I've got the little cream one, and that's going to just tuck under there, because you know it's spring. So we want pretty, don't we? And that one can just tuck under there like that. How are we looking? Okay, let's take that off now. That's done its job. Perfect. I just love how this looks. Right, and then I've grabbed 3 bits. So I've got this little tag with the bees. I love it. I've just stitched around it, put on my cream background paper, and I'm going to put that in the top there. Then I've got this bit from the collection as well. So it's the seed card, and I'm going to put that just over there, something like that. Then we've got little Missy Mouse. I've put a tab on it and this beautiful pink ribbon, and we're going to put her in there. And that is our cover. What do you think? Right. This is what it's going to start looking like. Yeah? Beautiful? It is. I love it already. We will add a tassel on here, but I'm going to do that at the end. So yeah, that's our little cover for today. Now I don't think that I'm going to have time to go through all the pages with you, but I will put that together for Friday's project. You've got a lot to get on with in the meantime, and I hope that you are going to follow along and have as much fun with me as I'm going to have putting this together, because I'm in love already. Now I have got a closure ribbon, which is the nice raspberry color one that's going to go on the front here. That too we'll do closer to the time. I'm in 2 minds about the type of closure that I want to put on, so we'll see how fat this ends up being. All right, so that's our little video today. Please have a look for Friday. I need a full video to show you what I've done here. There's our little project that we did. I did this on the 100-day video, but then I showed you this one, and I had a chat through how that worked on our last video if you've missed that. There's a freebie coming Friday for this, and I've got a bit of construction for you to do for some of these pages, so we need a proper video, and those are going to slide in there. Really easy to work on, and then also you can add more writing pages or whatever it is that you want to as you go. So this is like a cover that can go on and be used for so many things. Right, everyone, go and have a wonderful afternoon. I'm itching to do the next video, so I will see you guys on Friday, and then gosh, look at that. I love it. Right, Thank you so much for watching and for following along. If you're wanting to know where I get any of these things, please have a look in the description box below. Everything that I've shared with you today is available on my website, so you can grab it there. I will see you on Friday. Thank you. Bye.